So chatbots are a really great way to practice having conversations, to practice having difficult conversations, to practice chit chat, to practice asking, open-ended sorts of questions. They're also a great way to practice using professional language and maybe practice using phrases or whatever that you don't feel comfortable with. There's lots of free AI chatbots out there. Character AI is just one example. I've used chatbots through Character AI quite a bit in class. There's lots of bots that are already there, so you might find one that fits your purpose, or you can make your own. So to make one, you just hover over Create. You can do voice or character, depending on what you want. We'll just do character for today. You click on that, give it a name, give it a tagline, description, new people. Blue. You can set a voice if you would like to, just by clicking one of those. You can give it a tag. You can change the visibility as well. So you can make a chatbot for everybody to use, or you can make it unlisted so that you can only share it via a link. I'll just leave it public because why not? All right, so that's already made. There you go. So it's made in just a few seconds. Everybody that uses Character AI gets assigned this little tag. So I didn't come up with it. That's just the one that I was assigned. Um, and you start chatting. So you can call down the bottom. So I'll just call so you can hear it. Hi, Bob.
Hi, Inquiring Seven. Nice to meet you. What are you up to today?
I've just come to chat to you today, Bob. What are you up to?
Well, I'm just here chatting with you, Inquiring Swan 2587. It's always nice to chat with new people. What do you want to chat about?
So there you go. So you can see that you can chat with them and then it's converted to text. So you can save it if you would like to. So free, easy to use. The voice is a little bit robotic, but if you're just using it to practice, that might be okay. And if you don't want to chat, you can just use the text chat. Hi again, Bob. So when these are being used, you can share them. So just by clicking over here, you can put the QR code up for people to chat with your bot, or you can share the code. So the code is there and I've just copied it and then I could just paste that on an email or a PowerPoint or whatever. So these are really easy to make and you can use them to practice chatting with different personas. I've made a few to practice things like revision as well. So for example, I've got a study buddy here who I said I just want to chat with this study buddy about a particular topic. And then in that way, I was able to use the bot as like a quizzing sort of question and answer session. Another study buddy is this example here, Revision Rachel. Again, I gave it a particular topic that I wanted to study, and then we just started chatting about that topic. Difficult Dave here, I made this one to practice having difficult conversations. So that can be really helpful if you're working in the health space and you're not sure how to approach a conversation or what to do or what not to do or what not to say. So this can be a good way to practice gauging how somebody might actually react to your question or to the way you've asked your question in real life. So again, these are all free. I've just logged in with a personal email address and can access those and share those if you want to. The thing I also like about Character AI is that the chats aren't visible to me. So if somebody else was to use, so if a student was to use Difficult Dave, for example, I wouldn't be able to see the history of their chat. So I think that's really helpful when we're chatting to students because if they feel embarrassed about, mispronouncing something or the way they've spelt something in a text chat, that might help alleviate that embarrassment because we don't actually see what they've said or see what they've typed. It's purely for their own practice. So character AI, free AI chatbots. We can also use something like Copilot to be a role-playing chatbot. So you can see by giving it a really specific instruction. So you're telling it that you want it to be a role-playing chatbot. You're telling it to take on the role of something. You're telling it what to do and what not to do. You're telling it to pick up on your use of slang language or inappropriate questions. And then you can see here it starts the chat. I respond. And we go backwards and forwards like that. And you can see that if they're in this situation, I've said, what is your weight and height? And the bot has actually asked me to rephrase it to be more specific. So that can be really helpful as well. This is another example in Copilot as well. So practice having difficult conversations. And you can see they've given you a bit of context as well. So this person's looking down, that's wringing their hands, that kind of stuff. So again, just practicing having difficult conversations. Same with ChatGPT, you can practice having difficult conversations or setting up a role-playing chatbot in ChatGPT. And this example here is just in Copilot again, practicing using Copilot chat as a bit of a revision aid. So giving it some lecture notes or giving it a topic and asking it to quiz you. So for example, with this one here, I've uploaded my own notes and said, quiz me about the content, sorry. It's generated some questions, and then I've asked it to ask me the questions one at a time and provide feedback. There you go. You can see it gives me a question. I said skip, gives me another one, and then I can answer. So if I'm not sure, I can write that, please help. And it should provide me with some feedback about the responses. If I say tell me more, it will provide more information. So it's kind of like a tutor or a study buddy. That's free.